Hey everyone, I'm Diego Viteri. Welcome to a new video of Viteri Boxing. Today, I'm going to teach you the different reasons why Ilia Topuria is so good at knocking people out. 6 different reasons, all of them are important. Number 6 is the most important. So let's begin with the video. The first reason why Ilia Topuria is so good at knockouts is because he uses all the kinetic chain. And I don't care what other trainers say. Some trainers say that only using your torso and transferring weight from one leg to the other, by doing this, it's enough. It's the same thing as rotating your feet or your foot. You always need to turn your foot because that's the kinetic change. Remember, power comes from the ground up. It always goes from the tip of the toe, it goes to your knees, your hips, and at the end, your shoulder goes to your fist. So everything is transferred from the ground up. And that's exactly what we see when he knocks out people. Look at the Holloway knockout. When he throws his left hook, you can see the rotation in his hip, or when you see it with Oliveira, you see with Oliveira, he rotates his right foot, he's rotating. He's using the kinetic change to produce that power. Even in the left hook, he's rotating. So make sure that whenever you want to do a lot of power and damage, you have to turn your hip and use all the kinetic change in your punches. Another reason why his punches are so strong, so powerful, is because he goes through the target. He doesn't stop. He doesn't just go like this and come back immediately. If you see, whenever he misses a punch, he goes through the target. He goes way beyond. Look at the knockout with Volkanovski. He goes with an overhand right, and when he gets the left hook, he goes way ahead. Okay, another thing about Ilia Topuria is he uses hand traps. Hand traps means that you use your hand to control or manipulate your opponent's guard. So what Ilia Topuria does is he uses his lead arm to control his rear arm, his right arm. And what he does is he pulls the arm by creating momentum to throw his overhand. 2 reasons. One, to create momentum and go more, to create more power. And the second is because since you are putting your head in the left side, you are going to the right, to his cross, to his overhand, or whatever punch he throws with this arm. So he's taking away all the risk by pulling his arm and also getting momentum to punch harder. Number 2 is that he uses elastic potential energy. What does it mean? It means that you're using like a rubber band. Imagine you throw it from here. You just get this motion. Once you see Ilia Topuria throws his left hook comes from, maybe his hip is the right position, and you can see his chest, his pecs are stretched, basically like a rubber band, and from here you create this elastic potential energy, which create a lot more power. You can see that with Volkanovski too. His hook comes from here, and with Holloway the same thing. Who else does this in boxing? Gennady Golovkin. You see Gennady Golovkin, whenever he throws a punch, he pulls and then he throws. This creates a lot more power because it's exactly the same thing as a rubber band. If you pull the rubber band, it will get a lot more energy in order to come back. That's the same thing. Number 3 is he has a specific combination. Perfect. What is his combination? He throws an overhand right with a left hook. He times his opponents. Whenever they throw the jab, he goes overhand and left hook. So this is the perfect way of always having a combination. This is exactly the same thing that happened in MMA with Ronda Rousey. Everyone knew that Ronda Rousey has the perfect armbar, but she got it anyways. Whenever she was in the ground, she got the armbar. The same thing goes with Alex Pereira. He has a perfect left hook, and everyone tries to avoid the left hook, but still he gets the left hook. So the thing is that you need to perfect a simple combination or a simple punch in this, and this is the way you can get better knocking some people out. This is the same thing that Bruce Lee said before. You need to fear the man that trained 10,000 the same technique, and not the man that trained 10,000 different techniques. That's the same thing. So always fear the guy and always try to train the same technique a million times. This is why Topuria is so good at trying to doing his combination. He tries one and another time until he gets it, and the probability of knocking someone out are much higher because people throw a jab a lot more times. So whenever they throw a jab, he just goes overhand and a left hook. Number 4 is you have to put their attention somewhere else in order to get the best knockout. So what does Topuria does? Whenever he wants to throw his overhand and then his left hook, if your opponents are creating distance and neutralizing his combination, one of the things he does is he goes to the calf kicks. So he goes calf kick, and calf kick. because that would take away his base, his movement. That would happen with Holloway, but also because it puts his attention not only his boxing, it puts attention in his feet, and also Topuria in the first round with Holloway, he went for a takedown, so he grabbed that takedown, and that makes also Holloway preoccupied of something different or something else. So he's not only worried about the boxing, he's worried about takedowns, he's worried about calf kicks, and you have to see that the calf kicks are perfect because he times whenever they throw the jab, he does a calf kick. So now it's the probabilities go much higher to knock someone out with the overhand and the left hook because, of course, they're worried about a lot of different. Number 5 is his style. His style is a pressure fighter. You have a lot more probabilities of knocking someone out if you are pressuring, like Mike Tyson, like Julio Cesar Chavez, like all of the knockout artists in boxing. You need to be a pressure fighter. Why? Why do you have to be a pressure fighter? Because most people like to have distance in order to see their punches coming, to have more timing, to think more about what you're gonna do. But whenever you have someone that is pressuring you, he takes you out of your comfort zone, and you are completely out of your comfort zone and throwing punches that you don't even want to. What is the punch that you're going to use whenever you want distance? The jab. You're going to throw the jab, and when you throw the jab, Topuria has the perfect counter. What does he does? The overhand with the left hook, so he has the perfect combination or the perfect counter to that jab. So if you want distance with him, you are going to fail because whenever you throw the jab, he's going to counter your jab. Number 6, and the most important thing, is the mentality he has outside the octagon and inside the octagon. Whenever he's inside the octagon, he knows exactly his power. He knows exactly what he brings into the game. And he's not afraid of his opponents. He always goes, and whenever he feels a punch, he doesn't get out of his game plan. He's always super disciplined in his game plan. He stays focused and really cold. No emotions in this game. Remember, no emotions. You should never have any emotion when you're coming here. So if you get a punch, just feel it and stay disciplined to your game plan. It's exactly the same thing as Ilia Topuria. So there you have it. The 6 reasons why Ilia Topuria is so good at knocking people out. So leave me a comment below. Remember, we can train together with my full course in detailboxing.com. I'll leave you the description below. So see you next week for a next video.